there's a lot of websites now that allow that connect people who want to be voiceover artists with work. Are some of those worthwhile, or some of them not? Or?
The only thing that it's expanded the field. It's expanded both work opportunities, but it's also expanded the field of people that feel they can, do voiceover stuff. Now, I don't mean that as well, yes, you need to do this and that. Not at all. It's just there's certainly room for everybody, but I think a lot of people aren't necessarily really honest with what they're about. It's like if you look at American Idol and the singers, where you just go, seriously, you really think this is happening, and everybody's going, oh God, and yeah, we get quite a bit of that here, where it's kind of an interesting like. Really? Okay. I've been doing them on hold messages from my brother's real estate office up in Moose Dick, Iowa, and so I'm doing a lot of voice. In fact, I just traded a thing out at a restaurant down the street for dinner. And it's like, well, that's great. And I mean, it's not. I mean, everybody has to start off somewhere. So don't get me. It's not like Sour Grapes, or I'm doing the holier than. I don't mean it that way at all, but. There are some people who are, as with anything, are extraordinarily talented, and then there's other people that just, again, they assume it's no different than acting, singing, anything else. Well, you can make a ton of money doing this. And it's like, yes, you can, but you have to realize that it's not like all of a sudden, here I'm doing a silly voice, all of a sudden I'm making, $1 million a year. That's the interesting thing, too, with technology now, is that you have that ability to do stuff. We actually had a very fun session. It was an interview with Shaka Khan that was being fed to the BBC, which they were feeding to Scotland.
Okay.
So because it's Scottish, he'd go, so Shaka, it's in America, you can stay. And she's like, what is he saying? It's like, you're on your own, lady. I have
subtitles.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, you have that. I used to do liners for a thing called, of all things, Radio 1 in Lebanon. And so you think Lebanon, people with guns and stuff running around. I mean, that's the American, concept. But it's all in English. But it'd be that tonight, live from Radio 1 at the Fanachaka shit. Don't worry, my friend. I send you MP3. It's pronounced it's like, what? So I've got my engineer here slowing it and going, sounds like I'm having a seizure or something. But it's, But yeah, it's very interesting. And a lot of the time you can get, hooked up on pronunciations. If the script is good, they will have a phonetically, spelled out for you, so you can. Oh, okay, great. Because there's some stuff that just doesn't make sense. Vietnamese is one of those languages. If the word is this long and it's pronounced, really? What do you do with all the red? We don't need all this shit, man. Take these letters out. Well, what's interesting is from the technical aspect now, you've got guys that have come up that Pro Tools is all they've ever known, is, digital stuff. And it's like, that sounds like crap. Yeah, but look at the waveform. It's like, don't look at it, listen to it. So everything is, there's the waveform, So it's very funny. We had done a session with William Shatner. It was very interesting, seeing where he does that kind of thing when he talks, and it's like, look, and the waveform is doing the same. It was like, well, it wasn't an impression; it was actually him. So it was kind of interesting, but it's kind of a double. What's interesting is like people that are doing stuff from their homes with home studios.
Right.
Now, not only are they performing, but they've also got to act as an engineer and an editor, et cetera. And I'm astounded at the stuff we've gotten here, where it's like, and it's like. You see, audio, red is bad, green is good. It's interesting in that it's much quicker, where it used to be you had all of these time code machines. In fact, we had a very quick story. We were doing a project for, it was not Teddy Ruxpin, it was a project called TV Teddy after that was basically an interactive bear that's this little white, cute, cuddly bear. Well, and what they do is they put an inaudible tone on a cartoon so the bear would go, I love this, where Daffy jumps off the cliff. And there goes Daffy, that kind of, so it was this little thing that you could set the bear with your kid, and the bear would talk, this kind of stuff.
Wow.
But the session, they did not give us continuous time code. So every time it hits a glitch, all the machines go, and they're spinning, going, where is it? I don't know what to do. So it was like, oh, God. So long story short, we had Milton Berle in about 2 weeks before, who is, let's just say, one of the most interesting individuals I've worked with as far as verbiage, and just quite honestly, on a personal note, just not a very pleasant man. So what we ended up doing with this, because everyone was trying, I burnt the Milton Berle outtakes onto the chip for this bear. Okay. So here's this adorable little white bear going, "You fucking cocksucker, you can't hear, fuck you, fuck, hey, fuck, you think you're fucking funny, fuck you, you're not funny." I mean, it just, so that would have scared the crap out of some kids. Completely tasteless, but we had a ball doing it. We were all laughing very hard at the time.